What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Still over here at the shop, B&K Performance. We are getting closer. We got fire in the hole last night. Last video, y'all saw that thing cranked up. It cranked up pretty easy. We got lucky sometime, which we should have. I mean, I drove it in here, and then we drove it in here and pulled the motor out. I got lucky on the wiring. The only thing I screwed up on the wiring was that shifter. I can deal with that. Brian just got the glass glued in. It's amazing how much it makes it look like a car with glass in it. And I decided to put regular glass in the front instead of Lexan. Couple reasons. The speed glass stuff is very expensive and it's a little bit lighter than glass, but that stuff can still scratch. Glass, in my opinion, in the front is optimal. You're going to clean it more. You're going to wipe it down. You're going to hit bugs, and it needs to be cleaned a lot more frequently. So it's going to be more susceptible to scratches. The other big thing that I really like about glass is if I have an engine fire up here, my fuel cell's up front somewhere, my fuel cell's right here, all the fuel lines, we got most of the holes sealed up in the firewall. I have seen cars catch on fire in the front, especially alcohol. It burns clear on a nice sunny bright day. You're gonna have a hard time seeing it. And then the windshield start melting out of it. So that's just another entry point for fire to get in the car. So glass, I would rather have in the front. So we got that, it's a little bit heavier, maybe 8 to 10 pounds, but that's okay, it is what it is. Let me show you what we got going on today. We're gonna be working on the car some more. We're getting really close. We're only a couple days away from going to the racetrack, and I think we're gonna be fine. I think we're gonna be okay. Comment, like, and subscribe. Go to turbojohnracing.com. Go grab some merchandise, and we will see you in Darlington on Saturday. God, that does look good. That looks so much better with the glass in it. Brian was able to get the glass in pretty easy. I appreciate him doing that. Randy got us the glass and brought it up the other day. Actually, Courtney brought it up, so that's good. So that's still real glass, and this is still real glass. I mean, there's just nothing. I mean, you can get carbon fiber on the side glasses, but it just doesn't look as good and sturdy. I mean, these things are not super heavy. So the goal today, what I'm gonna get done today, is the power cutoff switch. This thing came in the other day, and basically it's just a big PTO cable. I got this thing off of Amazon. It was like 27 bucks or something. Push-pull cable, big red handle. So basically it's just gonna go, I'm gonna mount it here. This is where my other one was. Drill this hole, mount this here, and this is gonna run up. And this has already got like a cable mount. And so we'll just weld that to a piece of bar somewhere, and then we'll plate it right at the on-off switch, and we'll be able to make that thing go on and off easily. So I'm gonna do that first, and then I'm gonna hop on mounting the parachute. So mounting the parachute should be pretty easy as well. All I gotta do is find the right size tubing to go over this, so this slides in. If for some reason we don't have it in our scrap pile, then I'll go out to the old car and I'll cut that piece off, and then we'll weld it back on. And it's just gonna go right down here. Guys, so we got this thing mostly done. Let me show you what we got. This is our nice big red push-pull button. So you'll pull it to turn it on, and then push it to turn it off. Just gotta tighten that up. That's a pretty big knob, so it'll be easy to see. It's kind of like a door handle. It's so big. We run the cable up through here. So we'll have the zippy ties. We'll get the cable and probably the CO2 line together back there. And so then we come up with this little bracket here. This bracket came with the cable, and then we just took a little piece of angle iron and welded that there, got it bolted to the transmission tunnel. So then the next problem is coming up here. So we just come up with this idea. It's a longer, I think it was 1.5 inches, maybe 2 inches, 5/16, and this fits here. And so what I'm gonna do is this will just go here, that nut will lock down, this cable will go through here, and then this nut will lock down on the cable to actually hold it in place. And so what that'll do, that'll make it so this piece can actually swivel in here as it makes that articulation as it goes that way. And that thing is super easy to turn, so this will be pretty good. All right, let's get this on, and I think we'll be good. All right, guys, so we are done with this, and so that worked out kind of how I was hoping. So we got this thing, basically, these two nuts are tightened down around that cable where it comes through. I just drilled a hole. And so now this has got movement up here. Keith, pull it back there in the back. Push it. That works like a champ right there. So now I've got it so that I can turn it on and off in the car. And then Keith, or if I crash, anybody back here at the back, all they gotta do is just gently pull it. I mean, it just pulls like normal. I mean, it feels like a normal pull off. I like it. All right, good deal, we're done.
There we go. Hey, John, where do you want to put these?
All right, guys, so we got the parachute mounted. So it's a little long this way, but that's okay because we're going to put the bumper on it. I'm gonna cut the hole first, and then all this stuff will be back behind the bumper, hopefully. I may have, that may be a little too far out. I don't know if it is or not. It's kind of hard to tell. I did a rough measurement, but you know, it is fine. It is what it is at this point. So we're gonna stick the bumper on it. First, I'm gonna drill the hole in the bumper. Brantley done an awesome job painting this back here. Good job, sir. Looks a lot nicer, Brantley. Not quite so much grime and stuff on it. So we're going to, I'll probably wipe it down. I ain't gonna get it painted before the race this weekend, that's for sure. The to-do list is getting smaller. So today is Wednesday night. I've got,
One more day.
Yep, I've got one more day. I've got tonight, and I've got about 2 hours left tonight that I can work on. Not very far away at all, so we're going to keep working. All right, so Brian, we got the tail lights in. He's finishing those up now. Brian couldn't stand that dent. I was looking at this dent back here earlier, and he said he better do it before I mess with it. So he knocked that dent out just to make it a little bit smoother. I completely missed 100%. God, how did I miss it that far? I don't even understand how I missed it that far. But we missed it pretty far here. So, yeah. The good thing is it's kind of tight, so it's pretty good. Thank you, Brian. Appreciate it, Harper. Yeah, that taillight lens might fall out at some point. But we are getting closer. How do we get spray paint up here?
With me?
It's probably me. I just painted that stuff underneath. Okay, so now the parachute, we're going to just stick it in, and we got to drill a hole for the pin. All right, guys. Well, we have made some progress today. It has been a lot of work. I'm very tired, but we just got done with the fuel. Just got done with the fire system. My old line wasn't quite long enough. Brian had some copper lines, so we were able to get most of this run. I've got to put some clamps and stuff on it just so that it makes it more secure and doesn't move. But we got one fire nozzle that sprays over. I'm going to aim it toward my feet. And then I've got two that spray out over here in the engine bay. The other thing we done, we got this on-off switch done. That works good. We got the parachute the parachute handle mounted. So that works really good. That's real similar to where I had it last time. We got these 3 lines bundled up coming across the back. And then we got the parachute mounted back here. So that all works out. So it's about the same spot. It's actually sticking off the car, probably another, on the other car, this was like right here. So it's 3 inches further back. So we got that done. Brian is repairing the tow hook on the smart car that we broke. That over there, I've got to do a lot of cleaning out. Brian got the windshield in it, like I was saying. Motor-wise up here, we didn't have to do anything tonight. So all this was good. Nothing to do here. But we got the necessities done. So tomorrow, the game plan, I'm off work tomorrow. Today's Wednesday, so tomorrow's Thursday. They had a pin-on hatch back here. And so Brian's got a old junk car out there. He's gonna cut the spot out to put the hatch back on. I've got a bolt-on hatch. So it has been a very productive day. Tomorrow, I'm gonna get over here early, and the goal is to have this thing in the trailer, in the box tomorrow. We'll see what happens. All right, guys, so we're making progress. We've been over here for a little while. They are kicking butt. I have got the wiring mostly done. For again, this handle is too short, so we're gonna have to make that a little bit longer. Just got over here to the shop about 2-3 hours ago. Over here at B&K Performance, Brian and Harper are working on race cars. We still got a lot of work to do. It's coming. We're gonna be okay. Today is Thursday. So we're just tidying up the last few things. We got this thing cranked up the other night. Everything seemed fine. So we got a few things to do to it today, and we'll be on the road. Let me show you what we got. So Harper just pulled the valve covers off of it. This little small block is interesting. Different ratios of rocker arms, different color of rocker arms. That's okay. And when I bought a partial set, some of them were messed up. I ended up getting some other ones. So Brian is having to actually weld the area back on where the hatch goes up there. Luckily, he had a car out back that he could rob that area out of. Apparently, whoever had it before had a pin-on hatch. And so the pin-on hatch, I've got a bolt-on hatch over there. And so we're having to weld that piece back in so that it will actually function, just because that hatch is too thick to make it pin-on. So he's doing that real quick. I got under there and got most of the wiring done. Well, the wiring was done, but I just cleaned it up, got all the stuff out of it, put the battery back in it. So now we got to extend the gas pedal. We put a little bit of an extension on it, but it wasn't quite enough. My little short legs, with how far the seat is moved back, didn't work. I could only get about half throttle. So we're working on it. Let's see what happens. It should be fine. I don't see any issues making it to Darlington. We haven't put it on the ground and actually scaled it yet. So I got to put weight in the back. I got to put the wing on it, and then we'll be good to go. Check out the lights. Brantley's going testing at Galot. The lights are actually not strobing. On the video, it looks like they're flashing. They haven't been cranked up in a little while. Be careful, have a good time. Yep. All right, guys. So I have done a terrible job filming today. I don't know how this video is going to turn out. I'm sorry about that. We've just been hustling and trying to get it done. It's now almost 5 o'clock. I've been over here for 6 hours already today. So what we've managed to get accomplished, we got our 16 lines hooked up. Appreciate Randy getting that stuff for me. We got that stuff. Had to take valve covers off and weld that on. It welded pretty bad because of all the oil contamination, but it's par for the course for me. So that's good. Front end's done. We tightened all the bump steer stuff, so got all that stuff sorted out. Front of the motor is good. Brian went ahead and welded these tabs on for the front end. All my brackets and stuff are good. I just got through welding on the steering column thing. That is on there. We also pinned it with a bolt just in case my welds break. I did TIG weld that on. We did a lot of work on the wiring. Right now there's a lot of parts that's got to go in the trailer back there, but everything is solidified over there. It looks a lot better. Harper's over here now. They're fixing to go to the track. So we're going to stick the wheels on it and set it on the ground. So Brian was able to get all the hatchback stuff on. So we're going to set it on the ground. This thing is super dirty, but we actually have a functioning hatchback. This thing is heavy, but you know, having weight back here in the back is not a bad thing. So we are really close. I've got to mount the wing on it real fast, and we're going to have, I think we got time to mount the wing on it. We were hoping we could make it to Galot tonight for a test pass. I just don't know that that's going to be capable of happening. So we still got to set it on the ground. 4-link stuff is adjusted. I still got to put weight in the back of it too. So once I get the weight in the back, you know, get it on the ground, see exactly how this thing is sitting, and it'll be easier to mount the weight and do the wing with it sitting on the ground. So that's what we're doing right now. Brantley's fixing to go make his first pass in his junior dragster. Actually, you made some test passes earlier by yourself.
Official first pass with lights on and everything.
Clocks on, that's right, because y'all just did a non-clocks, just kind of getting familiar. So, oh yeah, here we go. All right, guys, so it moved under human power. So now we're going to drive it out, drive it back in, see if we can get this thing, get the wing on it and get it cleaned out. So there's a bunch of junk in there from where Brian had to get the, I don't even know what that stuff's called. What is that stuff? Weather?
Seam sealer.
Seam sealer in order to weld it. So, all right, let's do this. Hey, I ain't got power on my computer. I unplugged it when we were welding.
but there's an exhaust leak over here.
My little voltage thing could work. Look, the steering wheel's right here.
I can tell you. So you didn't care. I told you, damn it! If you'd have just waited till right now and turned around, drove back in here, and you knew where square was. This needs to be loosened and this pulled all the way over. Tires rolled in. Sitting way back like that is so weird.
I can hear everything in the car.
Mm-hmm. That's because it's a tin can now.
This voltage display is already cool.
Great idea, it just sucks.
Much easier to get out of.
Oh, God, yeah.
God, look at that. It closes so good. It's got a lot of steam though, don't it?
It was slowing down.
Was it? All right, guys, we got fire in the hole and it drives. That is freaking amazing. Oh yeah, you're right, Brian. That thing is way. Yeah. All right, let's get to work on the wing. All right, guys, well, here is the start of the wing. Let's see how this turns out. It's going to be adjustable, and we're going to be able to go. That's above the roof line. Brian wants it like right there. He wants it, which we could extend it, but we're going to make it. The higher it is in the airstream, the more downforce it's going to get, probably. So, all right, let's get to work. All right, guys, so we are still making progress. Honestly, I'd throw it in the towel about 2 hours ago, 3 hours ago. I've been over here for over 12 hours today, a lot longer than I anticipated. And I think Brian saw the defeat coming on my face, and he started freaking just going to town. So they just got the front end. I really appreciate Brian and John helping out tonight. Couldn't have done it without them for sure. So they're moving that, but we did run into a problem. This fuel cell is a little too far forward, and that's my fault. That's where I told Courtney to put it. He put it exactly where I told him to put it. So we're gonna have to move it back. But so for the time being, Brian's just gonna cut out the headlight because we ain't gonna have headlights anyway. Hey, now it looks like a 4-eye. But boy, this wing is just, it's over the top. All right, guys, we made it. We have a new running car. This thing is mostly together. I got a few things I got to finish, but it is going in the box. It's going in the trailer. We're going to be heading to Darlington Dragway to the Thaw Out this weekend. Still a few things to finish, but those are minor. I really can't thank Brian enough over at B&K Performance. He let me keep this thing over there for over a year, and it's taken me a long time to finally get it together. My other buddies that pitched in, I appreciate y'all for helping too. This is a team effort. Nobody can do this stuff alone, and it is freaking awesome, guys. I'm really, really excited to see what this new car brings. Hopefully we don't get the new car blues, but if we do get some, it's okay. We're in the new car. All right, guys. Well, y'all comment, like, and subscribe. We'll see you at Darlington Dragway, the Thaw Out.